The basic premise of really good quality property is that there's some scarcity to it. It can't be easily reproduced. It's kind of got that future owner occupier appeal. There's no major objections around it that can't be overcome with a bit of money or some improvements, whether they be cosmetic or minor structural. They're things, they're not on main roads. They're in nice residential areas with character residences around them. There's some scarcity to them. You can't reproduce them easily.
So here's the thing, right? When I was a sales agent, you when you turned up to do a listing appointment or an appraisal on a property, and you drive up and you pull up at the front, if it's a house, and you just go, and I used to liken it to the Wheel of Fortune. That old show, that game show, and there's that big wheel, and you tug the wheel and it goes click, 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 and you've got the different wedges, and it could go bankrupt, or it could go, you win $1,000, or you get a coffee machine or something like that, right? And so it's like driving down the street, it's like driving along the edge of the Wheel of Fortune, and you go tick, 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 and you think, please let it be that house. That's a really nice house, And sometimes you go, ugh, and you tick over the next one. It's like, oh, yuck, you got that dog of a one. Anyway, so I sold some crap properties when I was a sales agent, and I sold some amazing. That was your job. That was my job. You got to sell them, right? Yeah. And the thing that I'm talking about here is that instinctively I knew which properties were going to fly out the door. That's the flyer. They're going to fly out the door because every buyer in this area wants that property. People will push themselves. They stretch themselves. This is what they've been waiting for. They'll compete for that type of property. So, and every suburb has there's slightly different nuances as to what makes an A-grade property in different suburbs. So it's all about the local buyer pool and understanding what's really attractive and appealing to the local buyers. And
it doesn't have to be a house. It can be an apartment, townhouse. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely.
So, and like in an apartment building, the analogy, rather than the street and trying to get the best house in the street, would be in the apartment building, you're thinking, okay, what's the best apartment in the building? And it's not always the penthouse. It could be the really well-proportioned, lovely two-bedder that's on the northern side that has the outlook over the park and is away from the road noise. Yeah. It could be that one. And it's about getting that property. So when Megan talks about scarcity, it's not about, it's really unique because, there's not many houses that look like plains in the jungle. That's scarce. But scarce.
And a very small buyer pool who would want to live in it too.
Exactly right. Scarce
hard to
and
price.
highly
hard to do
desirable.
Sales on this one.
Oh God, yeah. So scarce and highly desirable is the combination that you're after, and they're what we call flyers because they absolutely, even in a slow market, that's the property that will get people competing in a slow market. And so ultimately that's the litmus test for me. I'm putting my old sales agent's hat on. I'm thinking, if I was a sales agent and I turned up to this as an appraisal, would I be excited or would I be thinking, a lot of work involved in getting this one off the ground?